Hi, everyone. Welcome back to more Steven Plays Starfield. Last episode was nuts. That was crazy. There was a lot that happened. We're finally back to the lodge. I guess we'll see what it looks like. Kind of got shot up. Barrett's belongings have been moved to the lodge basement. I think I had already sold all of the stuff, so...
Constellation has suffered losses
really
before,
isn't the time.
although
I know.
none
Look,
quite so
we all feel
violently.
like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious.
Okay, so... Why couldn't we have warped here? Why was the... I guess it's because they wanted us to walk through the city. But now we can warp to the thing again. So before we do this, there are lots of these that we have not been doing. Talk to Vladimir to locate temples. Acquire the power on Skink. So while I'm here, I think I'm going to do this. I don't need to land there. I'm there. I'm going to go to the basement and get this, and then before I talk to Mateo, I think we should maybe look at some of those powers. Oh yeah, the sword. Man, he did not get to use that sword much. I think he killed one robot. And that was it. I don't want to wear Barrett's outfit. I don't know that I want to do that. I think I'll just leave this stuff here. That's probably why he died. He only had the sword. Oh no. Oh, Barrett. The guy came in and he's like, oh God. Well, you know, sometimes it's fine. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes Anyway, Sarah, you want to go? Here's what I vote we do. I vote that we do some of these things. We're going to Dionysus. Let's go to Dionysus. Yeah, the most surprising thing is that there was no sandwiches on him. I think it's that. I think it's that place. Have I been here before? I don't think so. What? Terror morph.
All these ruins have...
I was gonna scan you, but I guess we could just kill you. I'm not using the best weapon for this. It's a very frightening name. This is a terrible weapon. Ow, jerk. Where am I? You got me caught up against a wall. Reload. Hold on, bud. I'm really just here for the power. Exotic. Give me the exotic. Anyway. Temple Beta.
Is it thousands of years old? Millions?
Where's the door? Oh, God. We have to find the door. And I mean, this will give us a new power. So far the powers haven't been super great. I mean, like, the oxygen thing is nice. But, like, it would be cool to have something that could be used for combat or something like that. That would be neat. Got him. All right. Now, time for the floaty bit. Time to float. Here we go. Something new and good. Something good. And there's like 4 of these or something that we can do if we just want powers. Let's see what we got.
Ruins are incredible. They're like nothing else in the settled system.
Oh, son of a gun. Of course. Of course. I'm gonna have to just start dealing with you guys, ain't I? This guy, like, is poisoning me or something? Oh, I guess I was poisoned already.
Go! Keep the artifact safe!
Dude, he fell. I didn't do that. He fell. Stupid. That's not even my fault. All right. Talk to, well, he's a little busy. Let's go get this then. Oh, I never looked at what the power was. All right, let's go get the next one. Let's go get the next one and then we'll check out both. It'd be convenient if I could, like, go into my ship while it just, like, chilled out here. Like, if I just, like, parked. You can? Oh, hold on. Well, then how do I do that? The game crashed. Mission bugged, you finished it but never cleared it? Oh. But why can't I do this one then? I can't do either of these. Okay, this is the eye. We're in the right spot. Let's talk to Vlad. Oh god, let's not shoot him. Oh, I think Vlad's just gone. Like, Vlad does not currently exist. Okay, you know what? We have to do this. I wanted to do one of the other missions, and, like, we can't. I don't know why. I'm not sure what the issue is, but we cannot do them. So I just, like, went around. Can't do it. Let's take a look at that power we got then. So at least we can learn that. So what is this power? This power is gravity wave. Emit a gravitational force strong enough to propel almost anyone or anything. Seems like it might be illegal to use it here, but I have it equipped. So once we're at an area where I can actually try it. Like, is it safe to do it in here? Or will everyone be like, what are you doing? It definitely feels like Fus Roda, right? So let me do a quick save because I don't want to piss everyone off. Let's see, what's oh, this poor duck. Neat. Sarah Morgan resisted gravity wave. It's probably for the best because I'm not trying to kill anybody. All right, Mateo, Jesus Christ,
If I may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he said our part in glimpsing the Unity was over.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it.
Sure.
The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
Where is the Sanctum Universum anyway?
It's right here in the city, just a block or so from the lodge.
Oh, well, that's convenient. All right. Too big of a coincidence not to try.
There's no harm in gathering more information. A visit to the Sanctum might actually be quite enlightening.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
Thank you for helping me out with the artifacts.
Oh, finishing this is what made Sarah dismissible. I bet that's why I haven't been able to do the other missions. I bet that's it. And I'm wrong. All right, never mind. I also have 2 things active. I think some things are just broken. And that's fine. Like, it's not that it's not fixable. Like, we're on PC, so we could probably use console commands to, like, solve some things. But it's not anything that we have to do, so I'm just ignoring it for now, because I'm like, well... Hello?
Exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. But you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
It's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through...
unity.
Huh. Yes, Andreas. Yes. Unity. Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me.
He's giving me a lot to think about.
Who are you?
Oh, hi there. I'm Marcus Lestari. Are you interested in the Sanctum Universum?
I mean, it's not something that's crossed my mind.
Maybe I can entice you then. It's an exciting time for the church. We're growing every day. And if you're interested, we'd love to get to know you. Actually, we've had a few visitors come by recently, but they have yet to come visit us again. This strikes me as a good opportunity. I'm wondering, would you like to go check in with those visitors and welcome them back to our church?
What?
Maybe all they need is just another invitation. And don't worry, I'll pay for your effort, of course.
Why not reach out to them yourself as a member of the church?
Well, that's why.
I'm
we
no
want
longer
to keep
poisoned.
growing our community, but sometimes people can be suspicious of others who are already heavily involved in the church. A new face like yourself might make the prior visitors more comfortable with returning, and you all may learn something along the way. Either something about the church or about yourselves.
I think this is a youth group. Let me think about it.
No problem. Take all the time you need. I'll be here if you change your mind.
I need to talk to this guy. Hi, guy.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Matteo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds?
This is all you, Matteo.
Keeper, we were hoping to talk to you about unity.
You want to subject your friend here to one of our talks, Matteo? The future of humanity is always a long discussion.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
And I'll tell you one thing, my God is a truck and my church is a truck stop. But we'll give it a shot. I beat them to their... I beat them inside. Oh my God, no I did not. They're so fast. Sure, I'll sit.
Oh, now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Sarah's just like, can you see my butt from here? Just making sure. We found a series of temples that grant unusual powers.
Seriously, Keeper, they bathe whoever reaches the center in a light, and then, well, the normal laws of the universe go completely haywire.
So you're saying you found a place of contemplation? And you received a gift? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought, we enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
We know it's a stretch, but we hope you can help us.
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path of discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
Maybe this pilgrim was a starborn.
I'm not sure if he was. But if what you're looking for is connected, then anything might be possible.
We haven't explained to this person what a starborn is. Let's hear the story then. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Sounds like the House of Enlightenment and Varun have the other parts then.
I agree. I think you need to talk to them about this unity pilgrim. And clearly, not just in a theological sense, as I have.
If you've already talked to them, why send me?
Because I wasn't looking to find unity in the same sense you are. A fresh set of eyes might reveal the truth.
I'll talk to them.
The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships.
Who would do that?
I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
All right. Okay, pilgrim.
It's something, isn't it? The further out we reach into the stars, the more we learn about ourselves.
I'm gonna go. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna go talk to the other folks and see if I can learn something. All right, so let's look at here. So we have to talk to both of these, the Varun prisoner and the House of Enlightenment.
Here. I have something for
It's
you.
a sandwich. Who knows what this is going to be? You don't have to give me anything.
It's not that big of a deal. I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions. I'm more than just an extra gun, you know.
Well, I appreciate the effort.
I'm just pleased I get to utilize some of my old field collecting skills. It's been a while. Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunts. If I pick anything up, it's all yours.
Thank you, Sarah, for giving me seed. I appreciate seed. Thank you for seed.
Sarah, good to see you. Listen, I smoothed over that incident between Matteo and Rosa at the Sanctum.
I'd hardly call it an incident, more of a debate, really. But I appreciate it just the same.
Not a problem. In the meantime, maybe you could tell him to take it down a notch.
Can do. Thanks again, Sergeant.
They had business. Alright. Can I just, like, go in here? Of course I can. I haven't talked to you in a long time.
A visitor? I have all the company I need.
That is the single loneliest statement I ever heard.
Jokes. You come to hear about Varun. Like the guards. Like the Keeper.
I don't think it was a joke. It was an attempt at some genuine sympathy.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Keeper Aquilus spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him.
Anything you could tell us would be tremendously helpful.
Yes, I have spoken to your Keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me.
Fair.
Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down, but the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow, that is all.
I need to know the meaning of a word, unity.
I have heard of no such thing. If it exists, it is a shadow that the Great Serpent casts to deceive the faithless.
There must be more to your god than just killing.
Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
Okay. I don't know. Oh, buddy, you're not in timeout anymore. You can go back. You can go back to your seat. It's okay.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer.
Okay. Let's
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
Did we not just do that?
You've got something for me? Look, I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you. The fact that you risked your life to save me, I don't know what to say.
You would have done the same for me.
Well, yes, of course. But that's beside the point. My only wish is that my rescue hadn't come at the expense of Barrett's life. He was one of my closest colleagues and a cherished friend. He always knew how to make me laugh. I'll miss him dearly.
Yeah, I did like him more than you. It's a real shame. This was out of your control.
I really wish I could believe that. Our charter at Constellation has always been to analyze the unknown, but rarely at the expense of our members' lives. Yet all the while, I've been cavalier about taking risks and pushing the boundaries, not appreciating the true cost of my actions. Had I not pushed so hard to pursue the Starborn, perhaps none of this would have happened at all, and Barrett would still be alive.
We can't just ignore what the Starborn are doing.
Oh, I wish I could believe that. Damn it! Why is this happening to us? We're explorers. Our curiosity pushes us to seek answers to life's mysteries. It's one of the core traits of humankind. Yet in return, this is what the universe throws at us. Beings from God knows where who are trying to murder us. Why? What have we done wrong?
It's simply bad luck.
No. I refuse to allow Barrett's death to be attributed to bad luck. It isn't fair. The question is, where do we go from here? Do we stop exploring? Stop pushing the boundaries? Take a more aggressive posture towards the universe? I don't know where to begin.
Kill them all. Yeah, we never did anything wrong in the first place.
I suppose you're right. I just
mean,
hope we don't make the same fatal mistake.
We did steal.
Twice. Well, I suppose that's all I had on my mind for now.
Then we blew up that bank ship.
It was a relief to get all of that out in the open.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I got so angry. But I assure you, it's nothing personal. You're the only one I feel comfortable talking with about these things.
Yeah, anytime you want to talk.
Good. Because I expect this won't be the last time I intend to cry on your shoulder or scream in your face. Well, we have a long road ahead of us. I suppose it's high time we get back to work.
All right, so anyway, we're heading to the House of Enlightenment. And it looks like the city is back to normal already.
That statue. It's beautiful, isn't it?
I thought this was a skeleton.
I wonder what
I was like, oh my god, a skeleton. Okay, so everything's back to normal. Like it didn't even happen. And let's go here.
Welcome to the House of Enlightenment. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you?
Keeper Aquila sent me. I need to talk about the Pilgrim.
We don't mean to be intrusive. Any information you could provide would be very useful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity Pilgrim, but since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing.
Let's hear it.
A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward, and it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year, same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
What do they mean each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up?
It's part of our core principles. There's no God pushing us to do good for some eternal reward. We have to help each other because we choose to. If no one takes responsibility for making the settled systems better, then we're just leaving it to the tyrants to bully the rest of us.
Maybe there's a message hidden in what he was saying.
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Can you tell me anything else about Unity, what it means?
Besides what the Keeper would say about it? Sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or, in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning.
Appreciate it.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
You guy seems nice. Okay. So is this the building? Okay, yeah, it's just a humanitarian aid place. Okay, where are they leading us now? Not that way, they're not. This is probably just taking us back to, yeah. Back to the Keeper. I don't want to sit.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
The Enlightened story used the words second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn?
I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said Janan fought 4 times over 120 days.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
In your story, the Pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. That must mean something.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum. That's the name of the star system.
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it?
There's something sacred out there, bringing everything together.
Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified?
It's just a natural force. Unity's something greater.
It is one of the great contradictions of belief. We feel the presence of something out there, but we insist that it is also everywhere. So you think this word unity describes that divine unknowableness that the Pilgrim searched for?
Ancient humans thought the concept of gravity was miraculous. Until we know more about the unity, we also could be jumping to the wrong conclusions.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Interesting. So we took all of that and decided that this... I mean, that all seemed to have been like a stretch to me. Space hyena. Hey, do we get him?
That was touch and go. Unidentified vessel, please. You don't usually see spacers this far out. I'm not sure if we would have made it out of there without your help. Anyway, we can repay you.
Yes. Honestly, I probably need more repair parts. I could use some extra repair parts.
Transferring parts now. Thanks again for the help. You see out.
Yeah, I usually don't have enough of those. All right, so Indum. Pilgrim's Rest. This all, I don't know, it's all very far-fetched. Like, all of these religions have different tiny pieces of, like, the story. But sure, yeah, maybe. You can see the duck from out there. That's great. I love that. Like, in the cutscene of it landing, if you look real hard, it's like, ah, that's the duck. Follow distortions on the scanner. Wait, is that why I'm... That's not why I'm here. What do you mean, follow Oh. Because this is a separate thing. Okay, well, I'm here, so I guess now I just ignore Pilgrim's Rest? No, that is Pilgrim's Rest, but that's not the distortions. I don't see any distortions. I'm learning! I'm learning. I just walk up to him, I'm like, are you friendly? And it's like, nope. And I'm like, okay! That's how I handle all of my things. If there's a situation... What is this? Can I walk on this? This is safe. What is this? Sometimes ground is dark. That's all I've learned. What is this? Like a hotel? Oh, here's something I can, like, touch. Pokeweed. Learning about pokeweed. So what? Pilgrim's Writings. That's Pilgrim's Writing 2. So here's the crux of my troubles. To accomplish anything, I need to work with other people. I need assistance, I need workers, I need hands. As we work together, they inevitably ask questions, and I can never help talking. It starts innocently enough. They want to understand how someone who believes in science can also believe in the divine. Or they have their own misunderstanding instilled by some borderline religious remnant. My weakness is my inability to let alone. I want them to understand, so I try gently as I might to nudge their minds along the right path. Then there are follow-ups and followings. The trouble is that I genuinely care for these people. It would be so much easier if I didn't. Okay, but that was Writings 2, which implies that there must be a Writings 1. So we're just kind of looking around this long abandoned Pilgrim's Writing 4. We're going to be reading these a little bit out of order. At last, a bit of peace. A piece of peace. Is that anything? Is that funny? Why am I trying to be funny? Have they driven me mad at last? Is there a difference between writing to myself and talking to myself? The former certainly seems more acceptable than the latter. I recall again that my mind is my own, and that even if only it exists, that is sufficient for me to believe in everything else. The unity has restored me once more. This time I act alone, for now. Myself is a formidable opponent. I should have expected as much, but vanity is, thankfully, not among my vices. Regardless, it turns out time spent in solitude is, in my case, time with a very sick man, or whatever it is I have become. I don't like this person. Oh, here's 3. Today, in a soft voice, my assistant asked me if there was anything above the unity. It was all I could do to keep from shouting that I could scarcely comprehend the misunderstanding that would lead to such a question. It was asked honestly, and I answered as best I could, but if even my closest confidant here can fail to grasp the most basic of these truths, why am I bothering to explain any of it to them? Every word that drops from my mouth gets gobbled up, misheard, misremembered, misunderstood, and mistranslated before I can issue the slightest clarification. People are necessary, but people are madness. I attempted to withdraw, to go off alone, to commune with unity in my own way. They followed. Of course they followed. But do you where is the first writing? It must be inside here. This hut. Probably. There's nothing of value in here other than these writings. Here's the first one. The credulous simplicity of mundane humans never ceases to amaze me. My worst instincts, the evil spirit, draw me towards a form of contempt for them, but I remember that I am privy to that which they are not. I cannot and should not judge them for a lack of vision when I know very well the blinders which obscure their sight. I once wore them myself, after all. I hope for their sake that they may someday understand, but for my sake I wish to be left alone. So that's all 4 parts, assuming there are 4 parts. I don't know that we're any closer to fully understanding. Access the locked room. Oh, there is a 5th. I find myself thinking about his various pasts and my possible futures. I imagine continuing on the road, acquiring more power, more knowledge, more development of myself. I imagine passing through once more to another world to begin the process anew. What is notable here? That road does seem gratifying. Every step is one of intrinsic reward, and I feel myself anticipating the pleasures and seeing a more contented version of myself in that future. Then, for the sake of considering all possibilities, I imagine if I took a different path, if I stopped running, stopped seeking to gather my own power, if I instead embraced the twinges of compassion I feel in my heart and let myself care for the people who seem to gather about me wherever I tried work, if I simply lived and taught and perhaps brought others to the light and died. That road also seems gratifying. I also see a contented version of myself in that future. Here's the difference, though. When I stop thinking about the glories I could achieve for myself, the pleasure fades nearly immediately. When I stop thinking about staying and building something, the feeling endures. There is something more sustaining about it, more fulfilling. I don't know what this difference signifies, but I am grateful for the time I've taken to notice it. We're about to make some sort of major discovery. What? If you came seeking the right answers, you will know what question to ask. What is the unity? I return your question with a question. If you have read my writings, what is the burden of people? People are necessary, but people are madness. Who is your most formidable opponent? Myself. Where does enduring contentment come from? Embracing compassion? No, it was growing. It was growing. It was growing. Growing? You... Shut up. It's this. You came here seeking the true meaning of unity. If you still wish to find it, there is one final piece of myself in the next room. I found my own answer a long time ago, but not in the way I was expecting. I hope your journey gives you the truth. Alright, take a nap. Oh wait, that's right, we're here to do a thing.
Rest well, I hope?
Yeah, I took a little sleep. $80. 84 bucks. Slowly building up to pay off that 16 grand. Permanently increases ballistic weapons, that's nice. It's a good thing. More credits. And then finally, Sarah, please. The final writing. I don't know what the correct answer is. I might never. Increasingly, though, I am comfortable with not knowing. The more I reflect on being here, in this world, in this time, the more I think it is precisely where I need to be. This time will be different. It won't be about me, so I won't have to run. I can actually build something with intent instead of scrambling to fix something that others create in my name. It can be something beneficial. It can be something beneficial. I can be something beneficial. I'm leaving behind that other person. This world has no place for him. Let him die. Let me live to enlighten the blessed universe before me. You have found the end of my journey, but to know everything, you must find its beginning. On Hyla 2, the island hides the scorpion, and the scorpion's sting hides the truth. Oh. That's it. We have a very specific place to go. A very specific planet with a very specific thing that we need to look for. Now we're cooking with gas. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Next episode, I guess we're going to Hyla 2. See you then.